Hey, hey, I am your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. Welcome to Queendom Come. I am going to continue with the what makes you the one, or what makes them feel that you are the one series. And I'm starting with Aquarius, since Aquarius was last in the mid-February focus videos that I did. I'm not going in that order and backwards. I just started with Aquarius first since I put us last. And it felt like forever until it got to us. And I want to go ahead and see what makes us the one, you know? So, yeah, like I'm saying, I'm just talking about, what is it that makes you the apple of that person's eye? What is it that puts you above anyone else? If you even pay any attention to things like karmics or third party relationships, other woman side chicks and all of that, I don't give that any attention. But if you do, then this is, just talking to you about, well, what makes you the one? What makes you stand out? What puts you in a whole nother league? Um, if like me, you don't pay attention to stuff like that, then this is just kind of picking through the energies and determining what exactly is it that draws that person so strongly to you. And I'll pull three goddess guidance cards. And this is first is this, second is this, and then really like, the cherry on top is that. That's kind of the format that I'm doing here. And then I'll pull tarot clarifiers and just talk about the goddess guidance cards that I'm pulling. And y'all that have been with me since the beginning, y'all, I have me some new decks on the way, three new decks on the way. Yeah, so things are finna get real deep around here because I feel different things with different decks. And I really, because I have like two other decks now. No, a tarot deck and some playing card decks, different playing card decks that I resonate differently with. And I haven't brought out the playing card decks in a minute. I might do that sometime soon. But these other decks is like I've had my eye on them for a minute. They really call to me. I look at the pictures and I feel things immediately. And those are the ones that I pick. That's how I determine which decks I'm going to use. So yeah, I have that coming up. But let's go ahead and get into your reading. What makes them feel like you are the one? What makes them feel like you are the one, Aquarius? What puts you above everyone else? What makes you the apple of their eye? What puts you first above anything and anyone else? Oh, um, first we have the undying love, and then the inner goddess, and on top is go outside. So we'll turn these around your way. And this is like the lineup of what it is with them. First is the undying love. It says, the love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. And I'm feeling, I don't like to promote the idea of ride or die because a lot of people abuse that. But it's like, regardless of what it is, it's like you're always there loving them, always. Like, they can always count on you to be in their corner. Very genuine, authentic energy that I'm feeling here. The Aphrodite card says inner goddess. The message reads, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. You know you are something to behold. You know that. You honor that. You stand out in a room. It could be a room full of pretty girls, quote unquote bad bitches. And however you may feel about your own self image, you stand out to this person. You can be in a lineup of models and their energy will be drawn to you because there's an inner beauty about yourself in the way that you love yourself, in the way that you carry yourself, in the things that you do that hold your interest. You have your own life. You are your own person. So there's not a feeling of you needing them for anything. It's just an honor to be in your presence. And then above all else is go outside. The message reads, you have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. You are a breath of fresh air for this person. You're different. That's a large part of the reason why you can stand out in any room, why you command the attention and commanded their attention. You live life outside of the box. You're absolutely different, something much different from anything that they can ever say that they had or anything that they are currently dealing with, if that's your case. You just you take them outside of what they're used to. You pull them out of their element in a good way, because they also know that while you're pulling them outside of themselves and outside of their element, it's like you love them, so they still feel at home anywhere they go with you. You guys could explore, and they know that they can take you with them anywhere, and you guys would have so much fun, and y'all would just be in love, cloud nine type high with one another. And that feeling largely comes from you. That feeling of being on cloud nine and every day is an adventure and always having fun, no matter what it is y'all are doing or wherever it is that y'all go. That kind of infatuation, but it's not like a short lived infatuation. It's a long term, endurable, enduring, eternal infatuation. And a lot of that energy comes from you and the divinity that you are, that you embody, the way you make everything an art. You live life as an art. You may be an artsy person, like you paint or draw, or um, you are into, performing. You have that kind of performers eccentricity and eccentric value about you. You know how like artists are largely known to be like kind of different. A segment of society that's kind of set apart. They act different. Everything they do is different. They talk different. They express themselves differently. It's always a show, pretty much. And even when you're not trying to like make it a show, you don't have to try hard for any of this. It's just who you are because you honor your inner goddess. And that's where all that fiery energy comes from. And that makes you the one for them. So just to break it down, we're starting with the undying love because it was like, well, first is the undying love that comes out, that loyalty that you have, that genuine love that you give them, and you know that you don't expect anything from them. You're not giving them this love expecting to get any particular, response, back, or any particular thing back. I don't advise people to love without reciprocity, but that's almost what it is. And I just heard that Janae song, was Janae and Drake song, I love me enough for the both of us. Like you love yourself so much that love just spills out of you. It just, it comes out of your pores. You pour it into everything that you do. You have this loving presence about yourself. You love people. You love life. And even if you're not necessarily like one of those flower childs and stuff who like hug trees and kiss random babies and stuff, it's like you have that glimmer in your eye for every person that you encounter. Like you speak to every person with love and with respect because you honor every living thing, you know. So again, let's go ahead and get some tarot clarifiers. I'm over here waxing poetic in my feelings with this energy. Because I feel the energies, and like I just go off of what I'm feeling. I express what I'm feeling with these energies. Let's see, tarot clarifiers for the undying love. We have the Seven of Staffs, Seven of Coins, the Hierophant. It's like everything with you is like a religious experience. Everything about you is like miraculous to them. It's like somehow you find a way to go through life and assert yourself and not be a pushover and still work hard and still invest in people and still be aware of your surroundings and still, speak up for yourself and are able to defend yourself, but you do it with such respect and such integrity. It's like you are not out to hurt anyone, even though you are very much so in control of yourself and very much so aware of where you invest your time and energy. You still give so freely of yourself. There's a very generous energy around you, and that's that undying love. It's like not even just to them, it's a way in which you interact with everyone. It seems like you don't overlook anyone, you don't really dismiss anyone. At the same time, you are still aware of when people try to pull on your energy or when people are trying to manipulate you. And you have your own ways of dealing with that. You have your own ways of securing yourself and being secure, wherever it is that you are in whatever environment, of assessing any environment and determining how much it's going to cost you energetically. But there's this power within yourself to renew yourself. It's like you don't have to take anything from anyone. You don't have to pull anything from anyone because there's this unlimited power within you. That's that undying love. You are connected with divine love, and you love yourself so much that you can actually give that. You can sow that, and that's also what you reap. Let's see you as this blessed person, very blessed person, and that makes you the one of the reasons that it makes you the one. Let's get into the inner goddess card with Aphrodite. Beautiful, beautiful energy. That it's like a beauty goddess. You may be like really into, having nice hair, dressing well, very stylish. And I don't mean just like, having the newest thing that comes out. I mean somebody who really curates their closet. Like you make sure that you have the kind of things that are tailored to your body shape and your body type. Um, you pick colors that complement your skin tone. Again, it's like everything you do is an art, from the way you wear your hair to how you put on jewelry to the makeup you may wear to how you adorn yourself with clothing, perfumes, and all of that. You activate their senses. The Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and then Death. Ooh. So the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups, that's a progression. It's like you are like kind of in a league of your own in terms of how you how you invest your energy, how you go about life, the way that you do things. There's like a spiritual kind of aspect into the way that you move. You could be someone who's really into like spirituality and yoga and even things like divination, like this, reading tarot cards, or into astrology. You invest yourself into things like that, things that other people may not even know a lot about, or other people may not even care a lot about. But it's like, I don't care what nobody else thinks. Like, this is my thing, and it's what I pour myself into, and I love it. And also, I'm feeling like they may have known you at a point in time, like they may have known you before now. The What I'm feeling with this energy is they may have known you like before the present. Like they may have known you when you guys were younger or something. And I feel like what they have encountered now in the present, or with the present you, is somebody who is totally different from what it is that they expected, or totally different from who they knew back then. It's almost like you are living a whole different life. Like that old you may have died, and like you're a completely new person now. But everything about you is so authentic and so specific to you, and so tailor made just for you, or unique just to you, that they know that you are not copying anyone. They know that you are not just some generic version of something else that you've seen. Is like again exposing them to something that they probably didn't even think they would encounter in this life, or that they've never encountered in this life. It almost feels like a dream. I feel like with them, like feel like when they're with you, it's like a dream. You know how when you see like people dreaming on TV and there's like that foggy vignette around the TV screen where like the edges are like kind of faded out and kind of white around the edges, and there's like this foggy glaze over everything. That's what I'm feeling here. You know, like when you pass by a cemetery and you see that fog, you know, across the ground, like it's almost like that. Like when they're with you, there's like this foggy haze around everything, and it's like, is this even real? Like they want to pinch themselves. And it's kind of that goddess quality within you. You give them an experience that is like they've died and gone to heaven. You know, and they probably don't even know how to take it. They're still trying to learn. They're still, you know, kind of graduating and gradually becoming accustomed to this kind of otherworldly experience that you give them, that can't nobody else give them. And with the go outside, once again, you know, you're just something different, something outside of the norm. And I mean, ain't that Aquarius? The one thing that we all do have in common is that we have nothing in common. You know, we're all just completely different people from one Aquarius to the next. Yeah, we may have similar taste in, you know, like music or something that is like different. But really, the common denominator with most Aquarius that I know is that we like things that not a whole lot of other people may like or pay attention to. And we have these quirks about ourselves. So I guess Aquarius is predictably unpredictable. Like you can't really group us all, but you can group us all in the fact that you can't group us all. If that makes sense. But to go outside again, you're different. See what else is going on here? Three of sword or three of staffs, excuse me. Justice and the high priestess. So yeah, you are something different, but you are a lane that they would gladly explore, or that they want to explore, or they feel like once they get to a certain station in life, or they felt like they would have to be at a certain station in life to even have access to something this different, if that makes sense. Like, I think they felt like they would have to be someone important or someone well known or like a celebrity or a CEO, or at least, you know, solidly established in their careers with a stable income and, you know, a big house and all of that before they could meet people like you. It's like there's this exclusiveness around you that they kind of always knew was a thing, but had never actually seen before in person. Because again, I think they feel like they had to reach a certain rank in life to even have access to people like you. And you may not even be somebody who like spends a lot of money on your art or on your craft, or, you know, that uniqueness about you, or, you know, just tapping into your inner divinity and self-care and being into the arts and stuff. But you know how you just sometimes feel like, you know, okay, what just came to me is like Juilliard. The artsy type of people that go to Juilliard, you know, they usually will come from families with money and a nice background. You may have a nice background that is much different from this person, an upbringing or a childhood that was a lot easier or a lot more privileged than this person. And you don't even have to have been a privileged person, but they just really had it hard and didn't think that they would ever really qualify or be able to have someone like you know, like they feel like they had to kind of have all their ducks in a row and, you know, make sure everything is good and stable with their life before they would even be able to meet like a high priestess. That high priestess, excuse me, that high priestess energy is like a high caliber woman, the woman who was afforded the ability to just thrive in life And just let me explain that. Being afforded the ability to thrive in life means that you didn't have to go through life just simply trying to survive. That you didn't come from circumstances, or at least you don't look like or act like you came from circumstances that required you to like fight and scrap for survival. You look like someone who was just like, able to take milk baths with like lilac and smell good every night, and you had like fancy sleeping shoes or slippers or something, and like a bed with the, what do they call them, with the veil that comes down from the high rods. Like you had one of those type of like princess type beds, or like, or you were treated like a prince growing up. That's how they see you. That's like the aura that you have around you. Even if you came up hard, you've healed and evolved to the point. Because remember, it's like if they knew you in the past, it's like you're different now than you were then. It's like you've put away all of that. So even if you did come up hard, it's like you've transformed and healed and, directed your life in such a way that you exude this prosperous, abundant, like very spiritual, mystical, heavenly type of energy. And they want they feel like you would be like the highest of the high, or they feel you are the highest of the high. Like they would probably think that you're the best that they could do in this lifetime, like, to be honest. Hi, Frost. And not saying that they are beneath you or anything like that. It's just this is how highly they view you. The three of staffs, he's standing on this high cliff, being able to overlook everything. They thought they would have to be in this high place in life before they could look out and find someone like this. Justice reminds me like a high court decision. Like they would have to be somewhere where they actually have power, to execute something, or the powers to, command people before they could have this experience with you or have you in their life. High priestess. This is someone who is very much so in control of their own energy, aware of their environment. They know the secrets of the universe, universal laws, and are able to make things happen in their favor. You could be like a crystal wearing, you know, oud oil owning, a candle burning, meditating goddess in their eyes. And it's just completely out of everything that they've ever known in person. This is the type of things that they would dream about. And here you are embodying all of that. And above all else, that makes you the one. So very, very, very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading, Aquarius. You go, girl. Go, boy. Whoever you are, because obviously you're taking damn good care of yourself and carrying yourself fully in your divinity. And you deserve to have somebody look at you like that. Let me tell her, you deserve to have everybody look at you like that. But that's my Leo moon talking, so I can't wait for the Leo reading. So thank y'all for watching. Keep hypnotizing, y'all. You can keep doing what you do. Keep working your little magic. Because this is absolutely working on somebody. Because they feel you are the one above all ones, the A1, the first amongst all first. you know. So again, thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all tuning in, the few people who are watching live and everyone who watches the playback. Okay, I'm your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. Y'all have a good night. Bye.